All right, YouTube, so check it out. This is going to be a quick review on the DripeX heavy bag that you can get off of Amazon.com or eBay. There's kind of a top to bottom look at it. I'll start with putting it together. Assembling it's pretty easy. The bag itself will come in its own box. The bag is kind of narrow by heavy bag standards, but it's actually pretty good quality. The vinyl that covers the bag is pretty strong, it seems so far. And the consistency of the bag itself, as far as like the toughness of it, is consistent throughout the bag. So there's not really any hard spots. All the way top to bottom, you can strike it and not worry about hitting a bolt or anything like that. And it's kind of hard to see with this lighting in here, but up towards the top, there's the stitching that appears to be pretty good quality. And of course, the DripeX logo there. And the base comes in a separate box. And so that will arrive separately. And then there's some assembly here, not much though. You're basically putting the bag onto the base. You're putting the nut there, if you can see the nut there at the bottom of the bag, and a cross bolt, and you kind of tighten that down. And then you're going to put this series of bolts into the base to attach those that shock absorber structure, the springs, to the base. So the actual spring setup and the shock absorber is already assembled from the manufacturer. All you have to do is screw it to the base. The base will hold about 4 bags of sand. You can use water as well. You can actually see the fill spout there, the fill cap, the red piece that you can pour the water into. And then as well on the bottom, you can see the suction cups. Those screw in. There's little screws attached that are embedded in the suction cups. And those actually help, as well as like a shock absorbing addition, the rubber to the base itself. So that actually helps keep the base on the ground. And those are pretty easy. You just thread them in by hand snug them. They don't need to be real tight. And then of course, you know, you want to grab some sand. You could probably use pea gravel if you wanted to. So it takes, like I said, 4 bags will put you roughly between 160 and 200 pounds of sand. And there is the spring setup, the little shock absorber setup. And then I'm going to actually move the bag so you can kind of see there's the springs in action. We've never knocked the bag over with the stand. You could probably hit it pretty hard and it will not knock over. However, you move the base, it will move the base a little bit, but overall it's very sturdy. You can sit here and have a great workout. You can hit it pretty hard. Probably as harder than what you would ever want to, really. So this is kind of a beginner's to intermediate punching bag, in my opinion, but for the price, it's awesome. I use it, my sons use it, and we think it's pretty awesome. Works well and fits the budget. I think it was like $160 shipped to the door, which was pretty cool of a price. And I honestly did not want to use a hanging heavy bag. I did not want to attach to any of the beams in the home. I think you're just asking for trouble when you start screwing stuff into wood beams that are part of the structure or structural integrity of your home. So this is a pretty cool setup. I would definitely buy another one if this wears out someday. You know, if it lasts a year or two, that's great. And then, like I said, I would buy another one at that point. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the DripeX heavy bag, punching bag, drop me a comment, question, whatever you want. So please like and subscribe. And for us, just a quick comment, we're just learning some of the boxing and striking techniques. I don't really know a lot. I'm using this as something to get my feet wet into striking and boxing. So far it's fitting that bill pretty well. Thanks for watching. Take care.